as coach, head snowboard coach at the Olympic Winter Institute, can you tell us how our athletes are viewed in a competitive sense these days?
Obviously very well after the Vancouver Olympics. Tora Bright, a gold medalist, and last year Holly Crawford, Alex Pullen and Nathan Johnson all winning gold at World Championships. So we are viewed very highly in the world sporting stage, and it's obviously a privilege to coach these guys.
No, indeed. And what particular challenges do they face?
I guess at the moment, last year was the challenge of getting them to that number one position. This year it's actually staying there. We're number one in the world at the moment, and to continue that success for the next 3 years and into Sochi is the biggest challenge.
And we don't have year-round fabulous skiing here, Scott?
No, we don't, but I mean, we have some amazing facilities, and I mean, thanks to the Olympic Winter Institute and everyone else involved, SSA, I mean, we have the staff. I mean, before the Olympics, Perisher built this start for us with it was a start gate and these two incredible, they're called Wu-Tangs, but these two massive features for us to practice on, and it was an exact replica of the Olympic start. So for us to have that advantage going into the Olympics, into such a big event, like it's unsurpassed. Like nations like everywhere else in the world didn't have that advantage. So I think it's there for us, and I mean, we make the most of it. I mean, yeah, our season's short, but we travel elsewhere in the summer, and we ski. I think we ski more than all the winter athletes. I mean, we ski the whole Northern Hemisphere winter and ski for 4 or 5 months, and then come back here and ski for another 3 if we can. So yeah, I think we get more in. I think it works to our advantage, and it's good to come back and ski at home.
And Nate, is that the secret behind Australia's success in winter sports? The fact that we've got the identification, the forward thinking, and we do have the facilities.
Yeah, 100%. We have the snow, we have the facilities. It's just about making it happen. If we have great facilities for the younger generation that are coming through, they're going to have great facilities to ride, and we'll start producing some really good athletes. And if we have that, we could have plenty of world champions coming through.
And Ben, as a coach, do you feel that we get the support in terms of perhaps investment into high performance in this sport?
Oh, definitely. Obviously, the support through the AIS, the Australian Sports Commission, the Olympic Winter Institute, that all these guys have supported by, lets them go and do what they do, which is travel around the world and compete at World Cup and World Championships and eventually Olympic Games. So it's been very supported over the last 8 years that I've been involved. So. And
how about from a personal perspective? Because we did have a couple of people here who wanted to know, can you make a living from it?
I think
Depends
so.
what sport you're
Well, I was
in.
going to say, we're looking, the snowboarders are both doing a bit of a nod, but that's kind of the...
I'm going to snowboard.
It's the big sponsorship sport, isn't it? That's where you pull all the... nothing's coming to mind right now, but the brands with the cool gear and the funky pants and...
The
help
stees,
me out
we call
here.
it stees. So you got to have your stees on.
Yeah, them. So snowboarding's okay? You can live off it?
In Australia, it's tough, definitely, just because we are a small snow industry compared to the rest of the world. But I think if we can push the sport in Australia more and get it televised to Australians and see what the sport is and what it's about, and start building that profile, I think we could be up there with the US and Canada and Europe.
But how about sponsorship overseas, Chumpy? Because you guys have done extremely well. Does that mean you can get sponsors for overseas?
For me personally, I think it's actually been quite a fun journey to have my own competitive side of my snowboarding, which is what I predominantly focus on, as well as my all-round image and what I can present to companies, and as far as the sport in a whole, what I can do for Bordercross to present it as a sport which encourages more participation here in Australia as well as globally. And you sort of analyse yourself as a whole new image and a whole new product then. And I think it is a bit challenging. It's certainly not your football where you get paid a certain amount of money to put on a pair of shoes for just one match. But at the same time, I think that I guess having that insight and looking into it a little bit more deep to figure out how best to, I guess, push the sport as well as create an opportunity to advertise for people who want to get involved, and as well as to encourage younger kids who might be sitting at home watching on TV, giving more opportunity for them to actually see the sport. And you know, I think having that in the back of my mind, for me personally, has worked out really well. I'm certainly still learning a lot, and at the moment, yeah, it's a career, it's a full-time career all year round.